This is gonna be a bit of a tips and tricks video, I guess, for beginner ARK players on console. And I don't know if I might do a multiplayer thing. It's just that isn't really my style. I really only play single player ARK, and I know the better experience is multiplayer, but the better experience is also on PC. So if you really want the full ARK experience, first of all, you need a tank of a PC, because it's ARK. Second of all, if you want to go there for like good multiplayer stuff, you can always join a bunch of servers. So this is like console single player guide. So first we're gonna start with like rules on the ARK. Put your difficulty up to max, especially if you're playing on the island or extinction. These maps have creatures with, well, at least the island does. I don't know, I've barely played extinction. The island has creatures with such low levels that, like, if I left this at what the starting one was, which I can't remember what it was, like, the highest level thing you'd find is, like, 16, and that is hot dog. So, yeah. You also want an XP multiplier. I'm just doing this because, like, if you want really punishing, my taming speed is up way too fast. If you want really difficult, that natural ARK survive thing, leave the rates at what they are. This is what I play on, and the game is still challenging, but it's that slightest bit a little more fair. Also, I just kind of use this, once I got to like level 20, my XP multiplier was way up. Once I got to level 20, I turned it down. So yeah, but you definitely, like, if you're going for a semi-hardcore, but you still want that bit of a challenge, put your XP multiplier here. You will level up very quickly when you start out, but that's really good because, you know, yeah. And then taming speed, really, you don't really have to put it anywhere. You can put it really wherever you want. This, like, I was at, like, really high, but that's because I have no patience. But I'm definitely lowering that because that was way too high. The harvest amount, you want to go up. Maybe put the harvest damage down. I don't know. I don't really screw with that. You can put, if you're planning on building something, actually, if you're planning on playing ARK, put it up. You get, like, no resources, and the game is so much more grindy if you don't. But again, if you want that hardcore thing, put it down. But if you want to, like, not spend 3 hours trying to build a thatch hut, put the harvest amount up. Trust, I should probably have this up more, because that's, like, not something I'm even worrying about. Should probably put that up, too. I don't know why I have that down so much. Yeah, so this is your food and water drain. If it's lower, it will drain slower. Again, if you want that more hardcore feeling, leave it at the regular thing. But that drains incredibly quickly. Not even like slightly funny. It's ridiculous. So lower that down a little. Again, if you're going for semi-casual, not exactly the original ARK hardcore thing. Dino character food drain, that doesn't really matter, but it is kind of important sometimes to make sure your dinos don't starve. Put the dino count at max. You always want as many dinos as possible. And then you can really do whatever you want for the health recovery. Personally, I would put this up, and I would put this down, because dinosaurs heal incredibly slowly in this game. You literally, like, if you have a Rex with if you have a character with a slight amount of health, it is dummy hard. I don't really ever screw with anything here. I mean, it's mostly just whatever. I mean, if you want, go ahead. Now, if you're looking to play with friends, the non-dedicated sessions did get better. They were hot garbage before, but they are actually kind of fun now. You just can't be too far away from from the host. It's not like you can't, like, be, like, 3 feet from them. You can actually go kind of far, but it's not as far as you think. So, yeah, if you're trying to run a server, someone has to have a spare console. Or someone has to just not enjoy the game, or someone has to take that little tank for the team and run the server, because you can't run a server and play on it. Incredibly stupid. Now, if you get into just playing single player, yeah, so I'll only be going just a little, like, I don't know how long this will be. I could probably just put it out with no editing, but that won't be the greatest idea. But yeah. I'll kind of tell you some creatures that you might run in on. Like, I'm gonna do an island only kind of thing. I might do episode 2 of, like, maps to start on. Speaking of maps to start on, always start on Ragnarok.